right, here we go. Montana of 300. Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
This is like your third time here, I think?
Yeah, third.
Yeah, man, congrats. You know, you've been steady building this whole time.
Yeah.
You know, keep building the fan base. The videos keep getting bigger.
No doubt,
Congrats, man.
Yeah, life don't stop. The bills don't stop.
Yeah, I feel you. I want to start with this, though. Because recently, you went on Twitter, and you said something that we ended up posting, and it ended up going viral.
Right.
Like on VladTV and our Facebook and everything else like that. So I'm assuming it kind of went viral on your account as well. And that is, you said, "Dear KKK, can you please do a protest in Chicago?" So let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, basically, it's self-explanatory. Like, I feel like they choose and go where they want to go. You know, and it's like their protest or whatever, if that's what you want to call it, or it seems like theirs is more built out of hate and wanting to be violent, you know? So I feel like it's a lot of people in Chicago who are violent, of course, as well, you know? And it's not just, you know, everybody's got their own thing going on, or whatever beefs for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure we can all agree it's a lot of ammunition and stuff in Chicago, you know, and guns and stuff like that. So I figure both ends, we got some senseless people in Chicago, and I feel like that KKK shit is some senseless ass shit too. So, you know, if that's what you want, if you want that, you know, that type of action, then you might as well. That's the place to come.
Yeah, if you want that smoke,
you know what I'm saying. And let's see how you know, see how long you be standing still outside protesting with the KKK shit. I feel like that should be ended real quick.
Right, because you never really see like a Nazi get shot at a protest.
Exactly.
You know, and in fact, this past weekend when that girl got killed, that was, you know, the only time I remember when someone actually got killed in the process, or like seriously hurt. There's always fights and, you know, people get beat up and bloodied, but, you know, that was a real fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's true.
She got killed, but what a lot of people aren't focusing on is that like 8 or 9 other people are in critical condition.
Yeah, injured and shit like that.
Yeah. Did you watch that video?
Yeah, my homie, my photographer actually showed me. Yeah, he actually showed me a little bit this morning, matter of fact.
What'd you think?
Yeah. It's pretty messed up, it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, I mean, to me, it's like you gotta be ready for whatever. You going out there to protest. I mean, that don't happen too much often, but I would be prepared for the worst. You know, if I'm gonna go outside and fuck doing whatever I do on my regular day, you know what I'm saying, to just go out and be in the middle of that shit. So, I don't know.
I mean, growing up in Chicago, have you dealt with any racism yourself?
No.
None at all?
No. I mean, I go sometimes I go places, not necessarily in Chicago, but I go certain places and I might see somebody kind of look at me upside my head, kind of like, you know, not too many black people come around here. What the hell is he doing around here? Or they might just be looking at that because the tattoos I have or anything. But it's just, you know, I get funny looks or funny vibes and feelings and shit like that every once in a while. But I never had to deal with none of it in my face. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately.
Think it might be some fear?
I mean, it could be that too. I mean, I know I could look intimidating to some motherfuckers, you know, but at the same time, that's another big reason why I don't complain about a lot of shit in life. Because I was actually just telling a family member of mine, like, for me to be able to say I never had to deal with racism, knowing that it existed, like our ancestors, like shit that they went through on a daily basis, or all that's just in one day of their life, like they have hell of more shit to complain about than we do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, be thankful for what you do got and stop fucking complaining so much, because complaining never helped nobody. It just might make some people around you feel sorry for you, but them feeling sorry for you still ain't helping your situation. So it's really a waste of life's time to be complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I interviewed David Banner. One of the things that Ice Cube told Bill Maher was that the N-word was used by white people as a weapon, and they can't have that word back now. But if you take a step back, do you feel that that word should just be removed altogether? Because you don't hear other races using derogatory terms towards each other.
First of all, other races, excuse me for interrupting, haven't been through what black people have been through as long as we went through it. And in a lot of cases, a lot of other races who have went through some similar things, they can move and matriculate within that oppressive race in some cases without being detected if they would throw away their culture. The problem with black people, and I keep trying to explain this to folks, is that we haven't been out of slavery longer than we were in slavery, and people keep forgetting that. And we've never been reprogrammed. Even the so-called smart black people who went and got conscious, most of them didn't come back and teach. So we never got any mental therapy, social therapy, cultural therapy. Like, I did my blood test. I found out what region I'm from, but culturally, I don't even know where the fuck to start.
I mean, we're only talking about maybe 1/10 of the country's history that
Right.
things are more or less supposed to be,
Right.
Cool. But, even though they're not fully, but I'm saying, like,
And then-
institutionally,
And
it's
then
been.
I just seen a post saying that KKK, the numbers are increasing a lot. And so I'm like, what does that say about people that always say, the kids of today isn't like people was 50 years ago and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically going against that and showing that that's obviously wrong. You know what I'm saying? As far as statistic wise.
Yeah. What'd you think about Trump? Recently, he said that if you're going to take down Robert E. Lee's statue, and he was like the general of the Confederate Army, you might as well take down George Washington and Jefferson because they were slave owners as well.
Right. I really don't know too much of the history of both of them, of all of them, equally. So at the end of the day, he probably making a lot of sense from him pointing out that point, if that's facts, that they were all
That is true.
slave
Yeah, I mean,
owners,
that part
you know
is
what I'm
true.
saying? If that's why you're taking it down because of, their feelings or acts towards black people, then you might as well, if that's the reason that you took it down, But,
Right.
Some people, we all sin. Some of our sins might be greater than others, or I might have sinned more times than you, you know what I'm saying? So they be like, oh, take his statue down because, his sins, he did more sinning than what you did, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. So at the end of the day, when you look at the bad things of people and shit like that, if that's the main reason that you took it down was because of how you feel about black people or, how you treated black people, then Trump is right about that.
Right, but General Lee was the only traitor out of that bunch who actually waged a war against his own country.
You said he was the only traitor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got you.
Ultimately, the South lost the war
Right.
because they were, ultimately traitors.
Right.
And they were fighting for slavery, and this was the head guy. I mean, apart from, the president of the Confederacy, but this is the main soldier behind fighting for slavery.
Right.
I think I've seen people compare it to, what if you had a Hitler High School or something, and a Jewish kid had to go to that school every day, with
That's
a
funny as hell.
picture of Hitler, on the front of the school.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you think if
that one.
the KKK marched in Chicago on the South Side?
Yeah, that shit wouldn't last long. That shit be over with like that. Yeah. I think that'd be some entertaining shit. That'd be an instant movie, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they pick and choose.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people got, time on their hands to obviously fuck off. And, if you're gonna fuck off, shit, go find somebody who wanna fuck off with you.
Right.
Yeah. And it's definitely happened in Chicago, shit. And it happened to a lot of innocent people in Chicago and shit too, so,